Hello lovelies, this is Zaza and I'm back with another video. Today's topic is about addiction or drug abuse. We're going to share some ideas together and they can help you a lot in the speaking part or writing part. So watch this video and subscribe my channel. As I told you, these days many teenagers are addicted to different kinds of drugs, and it's good to know how to talk about this subject. That's why I come with some ideas about it and we're going to work on it together. Here are some questions that I'm gonna ask you and I need you to think about it for a while. What comes to mind when you hear the word addiction? Is addiction more common among men or women? Should there be punishment for using and dealing drugs? What do you think the governments should do to eradicate addiction? I need you to think about it for a while. I'm gonna give you 1 minute. If you like, you can answer this question in comment part. So let's start. There should be some reasons that why people turn to using drugs, right? Here we go to check some ideas about it. Some people turn to drug abuse because of their home environments or because of their parents' drug abuse or mental illness. So it has 3 factors here: home environment, parents who use drugs, and mental illness. Let's continue. A poor relationship with parents is another cause of drug abuse. Having friends who are addicted can cause addiction. Poor achievement in a school can result in drug abuse. Availability of drugs from different sources can be a cause too. So, home environment, parents who use drugs, poor relationship with your parents, friends who are addicted, poor achievement in school, and availability of drugs are common reasons that why most people turn to drug. Another point of using drugs is illness. Do you know that most of the people who are addicted or using drugs or taking drugs are at the risk of mental health or physical health? Let's check them. More death and illnesses stem from drug abuse than from any other health condition. People who live with addiction are more likely to suffer from injuries, accidents, medical problems, and death. Guys, this expression is really useful. Somebody or something is likely to do something. Let's check it again. People who live with addiction are more likely to suffer from injuries, accidents, mental problems, and death. Drug abuse can weaken the immune system. Drug abuse can cause heart problems. Drug abuse can cause vomiting and abdominal pain. Drug abuse can damage the liver. Drug abuse can lead to brain damage, which affects memory, attention, and decision-making ability. Drug abuse can lead to body changes, such as loss of appetite. Drug abuse poses a threat to pregnant women and their babies. This is another useful expression. Pose a threat to somebody or something. Let's check it in a sentence again. Drug abuse poses a threat to pregnant women and their babies. More death and illnesses stem from drug abuse. Addicted people are suffer from injuries, accidents, medical problems, and death. Drug abuse can weaken the immune system. It can cause heart problem, vomiting, abdominal pain. It can damage the liver, brain, and it leads to body change. The last one, it poses a threat to pregnant women and their babies. Also, it has social effects too. Let's check them. Addiction leads to the breakup of most of the marriages. Addiction poses a danger to relationships. Addiction can have negative influence on family life. This is a good expression. Have an influence on somebody or something. Check it in sentence. Addiction can have a negative influence on family life. Addiction can negatively affect education and make a student drop out of a school or college. Dropout is a kind of situation that you're not allowed to go to university, school, college because you messed up, dude. Addiction can change someone's personality negatively. Addiction is a threat to employment too. Addicted people are more likely to lose their jobs. So, it has some negative social effects. As we talk about it, let's check them again. It leads to breakup. It poses a danger to relationship. It has a negative influence on family. You may drop out of a school. It changes your personality negatively. And it's a threat to employment. And of course, it has some economical consequences. Let's check it. This is the last part of drug abuse. Drug abuse puts a heavy financial burden on the addicts. This is a good expression. Puts a heavy financial burden on somebody. For example, marriage customs sometimes puts a heavy financial burden on people who want to get married. Addicts in some cases have to spend a lot of money on the health problems that result from drug abuse. The government has to allocate a special budget for fighting against drug abuse. That said, this topic was about addiction, drug abuse, addicted people. And now I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. At first, I need you to think and then start talking about it. But if you cannot, you can watch this video again. What are the possible causes of drug abuse? What are the health risks of drug abuse? What are the social effects of drug abuse? And what are the economic consequences of drug abuse? To be honest, I'm not the type of person that recommends something to others or give advice to others, but if you're using something, if you're taking something as drugs, please stop it because it can ruin your life and